realize that?
About the alien, the shapeshifter.
You dropped a bombshell.
Let's just say I was with somebody once, and I saw a transformation that I can't explain.
The person transformed into something other than human.
Yeah. Imagine you're doing something, and suddenly you turn around, and there's somebody else standing there. I know it happened. In fact, it happened twice. And on top of that, what's amazing is we live in a world where people treat it as if I'm crazy. And it's like, I'm here to say, now maybe I had a hallucination, but I saw what I saw.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, to question somebody's reality is a strange thing.
The second time you saw a shapeshifter, where were you?
It was the same person. This happened with the same person twice. And I will say,
go ahead,
since we're on radio, that the story is even more fantastical than you think. The person was naked.
I have always liked Shapeshift.
Right. Well, that's...
This mountain. I was on top of the mountain. We finished the photo shoot. They have OD cars. They got a 3-seater McLaren. They got a Ferrari. And I'm asking them, like, how y'all get all this money? Like, how y'all do this? They like, we do demonic rituals. I'm laughing. Like, no, you don't, bro. He say, the Illuminati never talk to you. I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at him. Like, bro, no, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio do all the initiation. Tell them what you want. If you want to be the next big actress, next big whoever, I can take you to somebody. And all you gotta let them do is just do what they want to do to you. He's like, bro, I can make it happen. I'm like, Ishmael, I want to go get some McDonald's. He said, we're not gonna take you to get no McDonald's. We spent all this money to get you up here. This face change game in front of me. You see Venom? Kind of like that. It wasn't like OD, like long, like veins, OD long got his face. It was probably about this wide. Like, face change. I'm like, what the? Like, it's probably about like right here. Like, all I can say, bro, it was like, oh, kind of like the Sandman. Somebody morph into something, he smack a mailbox. So now he hit the button and he get up out of there. He hit the button and get up out of there. I see the button, I'm getting up out of there too. I hit the button. Guess what? It's a mailman come out of nowhere. I run up to him like, hey, bro, let me get in the back of your truck. He looking at me like, yeah, no. I look at him, I'm like, bro, just let me get in the back of your truck, bro. Like, please, just take me down to the bottom. Please, just take me down to the bottom. It was God. He took me down to the bottom. Like, he took me down to the bottom, and I called an Uber, and I just left. The whole thing was just, I felt it in my spirit. As soon as I got up to the top of that mountain, it was something off.
Something wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never seen no motion like that. Like, where I'm from, like, 100,000, that's smooth. Like, we hunt, that's hood rich. You get you 100,000, you up 100,000, get you a nice car, a little spot, you good. But these folk having real money.
There's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or
I've seen men do nasty things like an animal, but then I've seen men become not people.
Like literally
Not be the people. Yeah.
Okay.
And there is like lycanthropy, and there's these understandings of what the Watchers are capable of doing that most people are just woefully ignorant of, and that's why they're perishing. It's because they lack a basic understanding of history. And one of the predominant understandings of what a Watcher, specific class of celestial beings, is capable of is augmenting itself. They can shapeshift. That is by their nature. They're literally called metaskizmazotoi in the Greek in the New Testament. And it's because he says it's marvel not, because Hasatan you could say like transforms himself. That's a good word for it. But he shapeshifts himself into an angel of light. And his messengers, his apostles, disciples,
have been nice, and they're not attacking your dad or his policies to you.
Well, I met with my job. I worked for UNICEF, which is an amazing organization that works in over 150 countries. And my job was to meet with teenagers who were living in exclusion, who were living in extreme poverty or living with HIV, and write their stories, listen to their stories and write them for UNICEF. And so, I mean, I obviously learned so much from these kids. I learned from Anna in particular, who has lived an extremely difficult life. I learned to live each day to its fullest.
Doing any kind of missionary work, I think, really changes a person. And you and your sister had a little bit, I mean, you guys weren't Paris Hilton, but you had a little bit of a reputation as party girls. Do you think this changed you?
You know, so it didn't change my personality necessarily, but I taught for 2 years after the University of Texas, after graduating, and then went on to Latin America. And you know, of course, I've grown up. It's been 7 years since people had that image of me. But yeah, I mean, listening to their stories was incredible. And
Jetta, when you see this, when you not only listen to their stories, but you get involved and you write about it as well, does it change how you look, you're thinking about how government should run?
Living what I thought was the dream. I remember I go to a music studio in downtown LA one day because I was trying to connect with people in the music industry. And my buddy that I was telling you about earlier that I had baptized actually took me there, and he introduced me to this producer, and everything seemed like very normal in the beginning. You know, it was just like a big warehouse that he owned, and we were in his studio, he was making a beat. And then after he had made me the beat and I was about to go home, he had invited me to I guess it was like a subtle initiation into occultic events. And so he had shown me a video of what he does with the warehouse when he's not working on music. And I was literally in a warehouse where they would do Luciferian swinger parties with like rituals involved. And he showed me a video on the Vimeo app. It's like another video up sharing app. It's not as big as like YouTube or stuff like that, but it was like an unlisted demo reel that he had made, shot like really professionally and everything. But it's like literally women are doing satanic rituals with black bunny ears, locked in cages, slitting their wrists, like worshiping the devil, like for real. It wasn't just like a conspiracy theory or anything. Like I saw a demo reel that he filmed in the studio that I was in of a satanic swinger party with rituals, like blood rituals involved. And I'm like, what the heck? And I was an atheist at this time, and I was also a very, I guess you could say, like depraved, dark person during this point in my life. But even that was like way too much for me. I was like, whoa, that's a little much. Like the whole devil stuff, I didn't know that was real. I thought like the devil was just a representation of evil.
Yeah.
People just came up with these characters to make themselves feel better about the world that they lived in. That was my mindset.
Whoa.
But no, dude, like Satan's actually real. But the wheels still didn't turn until a couple years later. But that planted the seed that the spiritual realm and the devil is real, which ended up planting the seed that Jesus Christ is real.
And some other supporting guys, and then Tom Cruise walks in,
my God.
and even those guys are like, whoa, and he's super stoked to be there, you know, just like, yeah, oh, boom, you know, like he's like,
Wow.
he's just immediately excited. He was like trying to place me, you know, so he sat down next to me. He's like, I love your work. And I went, oh, thanks. I love your work too, Tom Cruise. You know, like, thanks.